this is bright. You guys are gonna have to forgive me. I'm going to have to work on making like this new ring light I have. As you can see, I can actually record in different rooms than my kitchen now because I do have this ring light. But I'm still figuring out the little kicks with it. I've been for the longest time using like my little selfie light for like my cell phone to get some extra light going, and just like sitting in front of a window and using whatever light was coming at me. I'm loving the fact that you can just see more detail actually with this light, which is awesome. And I hope it makes a better quality video for you. So I know my last video I didn't record an intro, and it had been weeks since I had recorded. I have a lot of like things that kind of are going on in my personal life that sometimes require a little bit of attention, so here and there I'm going to have to take breaks from YouTube. I wasn't even like on Instagram or anything like that, and then I recorded the you know, the vibrant spring glam look, and I was like, yep, I'm back on it. I'm gonna go back into recording all the time. And then my youngest son stuck a popcorn kernel up his nose. It got so far back he needed to be put under to get it out. So there was quite a few days where I was obviously preoccupied with my son. So this video is obviously using the Saharan by Juvia's place. I'm sure you can tell by the title because I do believe I'm going to name it with this palette in there. You know, I don't know. I haven't even fully decided what I'm going to name it, to be honest with you. My very first experience with this was not a very pleasurable one. It wasn't the entire palette, it was mainly this color, Sokoto. Anytime I try a brand for the first time, when I'm using like their eyeshadow palettes, I always do my eyes first. So thankfully that was the case. I mean, I had some issues with it like staining my skin, just it wasn't sticking to my eye, it wasn't blending out right. I ended up having to go in with like a flat synthetic brush to try to get any pigment to stick. So I was very upset, and I honestly debated contacting Juvia's place, wondering if maybe I had gotten like a bad batch because they had just came back in stock when I had ordered them. Well, ordered this palette. The other colors really didn't give me a ton of trouble, but they just weren't coming off the way. Sorry if you hear my kids, they are so loud. I am trying so hard to get this intro in for you guys. So yeah, I noticed they were a little patchy. They weren't coming off at all. Oh, these kids. They have not coming off at all the way I was seeing them swatch and the way I saw other YouTubers using them. And I'm not just talking about big YouTubers. Before I buy a brand that I have never used before and I can't like touch and play with it, I always watch like a lot of the smaller YouTubers because I want to, I don't know, I know for a fact that they're probably not getting paid to say good things. So and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the bigger YouTubers, like, you know, we all gonna make money. We all kind of hope to be on their level one day. So I'm not saying anything bad, but I don't know, if I can't go and play with something myself before I purchase it, I want to see as many like opinions as I can before I purchase it. But yeah, everyone's like looks were amazing and the swatches were amazing. But mine was not coming off that way. So I don't know, after I did it, I honestly didn't think I was ever going to try Sokoto again, but I decided to like wipe away all the top layer on all the shadows, and I've used quite a few of them before doing this look, and they all worked absolutely beautiful after that. I had absolutely no issues with them whatsoever, but I was still terrified to use Sokoto. In today's tutorial, I do obviously use it. You can see the vibrancy in the look. And I have to say, did not have that issue. I did go a lot deeper with wiping away that one because I wiped it away and I swatched it. It was still patchy, so I just kept on wiping until I didn't feel like it was as patchy anymore. So I mean, I kind of did lose a lot of product with that color, but it is an extremely vibrant color that I'm probably not going to be using all the time, so I guess I'm not really that upset about it. I don't want anyone to think that I think this is a bad palette. I do think it's a beautiful palette. Like I said, once I got through that layer of uncertainty, I guess you could call it, it was wonderful and I had no issues with it. So yeah, so I think I'm done rambling on. I have missed you guys so much. I'm so happy to be back, and if you're not already, please subscribe to my channel. I do promise to get back on track on recording, and yes, you will hear intros with all of this noise because I can't help it. I'm sorry. Also, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Yeah, and we're gonna jump right into it, and I will see you next time. Bye. Alright, you guys, so please excuse my bare face, but I was really nervous about putting these eyeshadows on in the fallout. So I did start with nothing else on and started with my eyes. And I'm going in with the Anastasia Waterproof Cream Color in Honey. And then I set it with my Kat Von D Translucent Setting Powder. That's my primer. Now I'm going in with the shade Katsina, and I'm using that as my transition shade. And then I'm going in with Sakota, which was definitely the shade that I was the most nervous about because I did have some issues with it, and it is working out really well this time. So now I'm going in with Jamila, and I'm using this in my outer corner and in through my crease. I did want a little bit more oomph, so I did go into my Modern Renaissance palette and use Red Ochre, and I'm just blending all of that out. Now to clean up my lid, I'm going back in with my Anastasia Waterproof Cream Color in Honey, and I'm just using that to clean up the lid, and then back in with a little bit of Red Ochre to blend that out. Now using my finger, I'm going in with the shade Bororo. I cannot say that. And then I go and clean it up a little bit with a synthetic flat brush to make it really even. And I use that mainly on the center of my lid. And then I take Wallaby, and I use that as like my inner lid. Not my inner corner, just my inner lid. And then I clean up all the fallouts. Then I take my Kat Von D tattoo liner in Trooper, and I create my wing. I'm not doing like a crazy dramatic wing, just one that pulls off the look. Now I just use my Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray first, and then I go with my Milk Blur-In Primer. This stuff's amazing. Watch my forehead. Shine be gone. Yeah, but I love doing these two as a primer for my skin because I'm super oily, so not many people would want to start with the All Nighter. And then I'm going to take a mixture of Urban Decay's All Nighter Foundation in shade 2.5 and Laura Mercier's Candleglow Soft Luminous Foundation in Linen. And I was just having a couple texture issues, so I wanted to soften up my Urban Decay foundation a little bit because it's extremely matte. And it does look a little light for my skin, but this foundation oxidizes. So typically you want to go a shade lighter than what you think you are. Now I'm going at my Sephora Bright Future Gel Serum Concealer, which I've been loving. And I'm in the shade 04 Buttercream. And I'm just tapping that in and blending it out and making my wonderful dark circles and freckles just disappear. Because I got a lot of those. Like a lot, guys. Having kids makes you tired. And I used to love the tandem beds in my early 20s, so yeah. Now I'm going in with my Kat Von D Translucent Setting Powder, and I'm just going to do a soft bake underneath my eyes, and I'm just going to tap a little bit anywhere else that I've like applied any concealer, just that way it stays nice and set. And now I'm using my CoverFX mineral powder in P30, and I'm just setting really the rest of my face and wiping away my bakeage because I didn't want a crazy bake. Just wanted a little bake, yes. So now I'm going in with my Benefit Kabrow in shade number 2. And I'm going to use this to basically define the bottom part of my brow and my tail and fill in my tail. I'm not doing my whole brow with this. Just the places where I need a little extra definition. And I just got this Colourpop brow pencil, and I'm in the shade Blondie, and I've been loving it. I'm really impressed by it. It stays on. It's a great color. I love it. Now I'm using my Sephora concealer just to clean up my brow because I was a little bit sloppy. And to set it, I'm going in with BobbiBrown's Long Wear Brow Gel in Taupe. It's really, I love this stuff. It really kind of holds your brows down and it adds a little bit of tint too. So now I'm going in on the bottom lash line. I'm taking a mixture of Katsina and Jamila, and I'm just blending that out. And then I take a little bit of Red Ochre and I smoke out a little bit further. I obviously keep Red Ochre a little closer to the lash line. Now I'm going with Iman. I love that white shade. It's amazing for inner corner highlighter, by the way, guys. And now I'm going with Marc Jacobs, one of their new matte liners, and I am using the shade, hold on, Fine Wine. And now I'm going in with Tarte Pro Glow to Go, and I'm contouring with that contour shade. And then you're going to see me go with the Kat Von D translucent powder to clean it up. And then I go in with the Nars Orgasm blush to kind of give my cheeks a little bit of color. So I had forgotten to hit record when I added my highlight, but all I did was add Burst And then I put Gleam over it, and I put it on my upper cheeks, obviously, and my cupid's bow and my nose. Sorry. Alright, now for the lips, I am going in with Real Hair Cosmetics in the moisturizing lipstick, and I'm using the shade Sorry Not Sorry, which is a really pretty like peach color. I didn't want it to be too peach because I have so much going on that's kind of peachy, so I go in with the Lancome. These are like their new metallic lip glosses, and I'm using the shade number 9 Mirrored Nude. I'm obsessed with this color. But yeah, that completes this look. Please don't forget to subscribe and give me a thumbs up, and I will see you next time. Bye!